Hi dear English learners, and welcome to my very first recording on a podcast. I decided to give it a try as a lot of English teachers are doing it. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but we all need to try new things in life and experiment. And I always encourage my own students to experiment with the language, to not be afraid of making mistakes and just give it a go and not worry about the consequences or looking silly. So perhaps I will sound a little silly, maybe unprepared, maybe not so professional in this recording, but I just want to prove a point of just giving it a go and making the most of it and just seeing what happens and experimenting with it. I cannot really encourage other people to do the same if I don't do it myself. And as I'm speaking, I'm just realizing that it's really easier said than done. It's so easy to watch other speakers, other teachers and so on doing the podcasts, and they make it sound and look so easy and natural that I get to think, well, it's an easy thing to do. And then you try to do it yourself and it's a completely different story. So I think it's similar to learning English, because you can watch and listen other people speak it, and passively it looks and sounds easy or normal. You get to a stage where passive absorption of the language isn't that hard anymore. But then when you try and speak it, when you try and put it into practice to activate what you learned or what you understand passively, it suddenly becomes a completely different story, because it's a very different skill to observe and to judge and to actually do something yourself actively. So another thing that comes to mind, until you actually do something, you don't realize how hard it is. And until you realize how hard it is, you will not actually make progress at all. So just go for it, just do it, and then things will hopefully improve with hard work and practice. And as this is my very first recording, I do hope if I continue making podcasts, I do hope I will improve with time and make them more focused, maybe more engaging, and maybe sound better, because it's not natural for me to be speaking in public like this for a period of time. But I can't expect you to improve in a new skill if I do not lead you by example. Okay, so that's the whole point of me starting this and trying this out. So thank you for listening to me. I hope this encourages you and motivates you to go ahead and start just practicing and pushing the boundaries and just letting go of those fears and not sitting back comfortably and just being content with watching and listening and reading and thinking that is basically speaking English. No. Active usage is much harder. So guys, push yourselves. Do not hesitate. Do not hold yourself back. And if there are any specific topics you would like me to cover in the next podcast, please do let me know. All right. So thank you for listening today, and have a lovely day, evening, night. All right. And yes, go for it. Just start practicing English.